Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Zanny and today I really wanted to share with you my thoughts on TWICE's 12 mini album called Ready to Be. Since it came out a couple of weeks ago, more by the time that I actually post this, I have been listening to this album over and over again, not only because I wanted to do today's review, but also because as a big ones, I really wanted to see what they did, and I just really like and enjoy TWICE's music. And so I noticed throughout the years, as many of onces out there, that since Fancy they had their like drastic, somewhat if you want to call it that, change, going for the cute, quirky concept to a more mature and elegant one with still some hints of cuteness and quirkiness sprinkled throughout it. But then, since alcohol-free and more, they have been playing a little bit more with the influences that they add to their very much so pop tracks, which I enjoy. But it means also that with every single new comeback, you never know exactly what to expect. Are they going to change it a little bit more? Are they going to stick with what works? Like, for example, when they released Can't Stop Me, that was really important because like they were using or actually riding the retro wave that was really popular at that time, and so one could expect that afterwards perhaps they would do exactly the same thing or use the same concept over and over again, which they didn't. And so you never know now what to expect from them, which might give the impression that they are a little bit directionless. They don't have what they used to have, that is that very defined concept that you knew that you could expect a very quirky song. You knew that you can expect like a very like self-loving type of concept. Or one thing is for sure, you know that they will always be talking about love for their title tracks. And so I found that to be really interesting. And some people say like JYP doesn't know what to do with them, but they try and see whatever sticks. And that is why also I don't think their title tracks and comebacks are as globally loved as they once were, being that some title tracks work really well, some others not so much, or not to the extent that they used to before, which is normal. Like for a group, you don't have always highs, but for TWICE it's kind of particular. So in my opinion, I do feel like JYP has given them the freedom to just choose whatever they like at that point in time. And they actually said that they choose their title tracks by voting. And so it really feels like with every single new comeback, it is something that represents the members' tastes at that point in time, which I find to be really cool. And sometimes you don't see that when you have something that is very defined and clear and you don't go outside the box for that. I like that. And after being a group, after being TWICE for so long now, which 2015 was a long time ago, it really goes to show that they continue to have fun just working on music together and choosing what type of songs they really want to do. And also they participate sometimes in the writing and in composing of their own songs. So it feels like when you have 9 members participating in it, it's normal that you don't have a single image. Even though with all that being said, it's not like TWICE is releasing every single time a different type of concept and genre and stuff like that. Not at all. Still very much so a pop track that they release every single time, but with various different influences, especially for the B-side. And that is all to say that I noticed that. So if you agree with me, you can tell me in the comments down below. Sometimes I think about that and actually wrote it down in my notes. So I don't know, am I just spewing nonsense or does it make sense? I really want to know. This mini album has 7 tracks in total, being Set Me Free. Then we have Moonlight Sunrise, which was an English pre-release. Then we have Got the Thrills, Blame It On Me, WallFlower, Crazy Super Love, and Set Me Free English version that they are actually promoting in the United States. And can I just say North America? I don't know if it is everywhere. And they are going on a world tour. It's their 5th one apparently. When I look at the dates, I'm like, okay, why do they skip Europe every single time? Why? Like, I'm like 70-80% sure that there would be so many people going to their show if they had just a single show in Paris, for example, or Barcelona or London. I'm not even talking about Switzerland, just Europe. Go somewhere in Europe, but we'll see. And just going on multiple tangents with every single one of my takes. So let's kick things off with this album with the title track, Set Me Free. So, from the looks of the teasers, I had imagined something different for this MV. I still like it, but it was not what I was expecting. So, the MV kicks off with a movie theater, an older one, very like vintage, with all the information about this comeback. As the shot pans out or zooms out, we can see like all the details, and then all of a sudden, puff, it explodes, and we move on to the scene, which seems to be in a very icy environment, which, by the way, made me think of Blackpink, says how you like that. I don't know why they are the reference for me when it comes to icy sets. Oh my god. We move on to that scene, they start the choreo, it looks so nice. Their formations for their choreos in general are so freaking nice because, well, there are 9 members, so they have to be creative with that, and they always are. I freaking love it, the way they go from one member to the other. So freaking nice. Love their outfits, very sophisticated, very elegant, but still with a hint of sexiness in the members' presence and also in the outfits. And from all the performances that I've watched so far, every single one is like chef's kiss. And they go really well with the members. You couldn't sort of expect some styles from some members. even though, side note, they still don't know exactly how to dress Jonghyun since she put some weight on. Is it on the right proposition? I think so. So every single time, like, some outfits are like amazing. Some others I'm like, you just don't know how to dress her. Like, come on, put in some effort. But going back to the MV, all throughout it, they are symbolizing the fact of feeling stuck. You have Mina being surrounded by chains, Chewie being surrounded by rope, the red rope. Then we have Nayeon with the walls closing in on her. Sana is looking at the mirror, being all distressed, taking her lipstick off, which, going back to the teasers, as I saw them like taking their makeup off, I thought it was going to be like something more in the lines of having a storyline about being set free from societal norms and all of that, especially as idols. They might have a lot of knowledge about that as well. And nope, not at all. It's just being like set free by love, no matter what type of love it is, which is cool also, but it wasn't what I was expecting. Going back once again to it, we see that they are able to break free from all of that, especially Nayeon, as she somehow gets off of those walls closing on her. She goes to Sana, she puts lipstick on her again, and everyone is empowered. And everyone is ready to be set free, which is really nice. I also really like the fact that Jio starts the song and she's like very powerful, and I love her darker tone. And I'm talking about the song already, but the way she kicks off things singing, so freaking nice. And she is not wearing a seatbelt. I know. I actually don't know if the MV got blocked because of that or not, because with another reference to Blackpink Kill This Love, Rosie was not wearing a seatbelt and the MV got blocked. Did the same thing happen? If you know, tell me in the comments below. And so overall, we don't actually have a storyline for this MV. It's very much so like symbolism of how they fight back to be with this person. And they actually say in an interview, I don't know which member said it, but I read it online, so it's probably true, saying, let's get away from everything that entangles us and love freely to be to the fullest. It is something that they think many people can relate to and be able to feel another charm of Twice. The song really explains that to the fullest, and I think it is really well done. And when it comes to like talking about love, Twice have done it so many times now, even the members themselves participating in the writing of so many songs talking about that in a different like phases of love as well, and Set Me Free is no exception to that, is another take on it. As I say in the chorus, you make me want to risk it all, I'm rolling high on the feeling, gonna set me free, set me free, set me free. All these words like a waterfall, when I say it, I mean it, gonna set me free. And I find that to be really nice. It's like almost like you're finding this power to set you free and live to the fullest by the love that you have from someone else and for yourself as well, even though it wasn't what I was expecting, and I'm saying it so many times. I think they pull it off really well, and it is a message that we have seen time and time again from Twice, but that they know how to write it really nicely. Talking about the song, Set Me Free is this like funky dance pop track that really emphasizes what we just said of just being free from all troubles, and I think it is in that way very fun, very uplifting, and you just want to have fun listening to it. And when you put like the MV and the song's message and then the choreo, it's all very straightforward and on the nose almost, because you have like them trying to escape from all their troubles and how they are like stuck, and then you have the song being like, I just want to be set free, your words help me go through it. And then you see the choreo with like the chains, and then just like the one step that they went a little bit over the top was the biting of the ropes. I was like, okay, I could have done it without it. They only do it once in the chorus, but still, one too many. So also in the MV, they are sort of seeing themselves be set free in a way. As you see Momo, she's behind the camera actually, and at some point they actually they do it like they are ending the MV with the JYP logo and everything, and you see them all in the cinema or the movie theater watching the end of their movie, of their life, of the stuck part of their life, you can say that. And it's really funny in a way, because you see all of them line up, and Chan, she's definitely the smallest of the bunch. So you see Momo, and then I don't know if there is another member, and then you see Chan, like the drop. It was so funny, she's so small. And then they continue the rest of the song with mainly the two last choruses and doing the choreo, which I thought was really nice, and how like the choreo is connected also with the meaning of the song. And so overall, Set Me Free is a really nice release from Twice. I really like the symbolism of the MV, how straightforward it is, the choreo it is as well, with the entire meaning of the song. And once again, they have really, really stunning vocals. Props to Jihyo and Nayeon once again, because their ad-libs are amazing, and Jeonyeon as well, even though all the members do it really, really nicely. And yeah, great release. Let's move on to the second one, being Moonlight Sunrise. I actually already covered it in my monthly review of January, so I'll put the links down in the description or up here if you want to watch that. But something that I wanted to mention, actually they explained that during one of their interviews promoting the album, and it was Jihyo and Nayeon for People magazine, and they said that the composer found their performance to be so beautiful that that was what inspired him to write this song as they were performing under the moonlight. And I find that to be so freaking cool. Going back to the track, even though I already covered it in another video, quick summary. So Moonlight Sunrise is a glittery dance pop track, and I did really enjoy the vibe of it. It's really, really catchy. Both the vocals and the rap verses are really nice as well, and they mix really well together. There were some misheard lyrics here and there, and it has really strong and direct lyrics. That is something that almost all the songs here have in common. They have a very straightforward message, as they say in the lyrics. Baby, I don't really mean to rush, but I really need your touch if I wanna make it through the night. Which is like, ooh, come take a shot on me, I gotcha. Which is like, straight to the point. They are not messing around. Then we move on to the third track on this album, that is Got the Thrills. This track is a very much so like shimmery retro dance track right from the very beginning with the guitar and the little ad-libs. You get this sort of summer road trip vibe going on, and I did enjoy it. It's not as memorable as some of the other tracks on this album, but it's still a nice, enjoyable listen from it. We have great vocals all throughout it, and it sort of goes really well with the vibe that they are trying to convey. And I feel like if this song came out during the summer, I would enjoy it so freaking much. So perhaps my thoughts will change as we reach the summer and I go on holidays and I blast this song in the car or something like that. So perhaps I'll change my mind and I'll add some new comments on my review down in the description. This song has actually a great chorus, which I did really enjoy. It's a two-part chorus. The second one has a great explosion of energy, which I tend to like quite a lot. The rap verses are quite short, but it adds a little bit of playfulness and freshness to the track, which I did appreciate while listening to it. And the chorus really conveys what I was saying before about wanting to go on this road trip of some sort, saying, so let's rock and roll, baby, it matches my eyes, baby. Feel my rhythm, I'll leave you to your instincts. I don't know if it's absurd, my little strange feelings, it's different from yesterday, there's no stopping. It feels almost like they are trying to convey this emotion of going on a roller coaster and just letting it go, just going with the flow and enjoying yourself. And I think it's nice. So next up we have Blame It On Me, and this song was written by Dahyun. And this track is very sassy, very confident, and that is something that I noticed with Dahyun's songs in particular. She has a very distinct way of writing her songs, and most of the time, if not always, but most of the time, she writes songs that are very confident, very sassy, and I like that a whole lot. And very playful as well. And you can see that right from the very start with the electric guitar and Jihyo's vocals, as she has a much darker tone, and she's almost starting the song belting that note, which I found to be such a strong start, and it left a great impact on me. Then she's actually followed by Nayeon, so you have all the main vocalists just coming in strong. There are some rap one-liners here and there, which brings a little bit of balance to the track, to not just be wow, just powerful vocals all throughout it, but you can feel a lot of power in it all throughout it, and I like that a whole lot. It is just one of those songs that makes you feel all amped up, because this song is all about you telling to the person that is in love with you that if they are in love with you and if they are not happy with the situation that they're in, don't blame it on me. And I find that to be so sassy to set it in that way of whatever happens because you are in love with me, don't blame it on me. You are the one that chose to be in that position in a way. It's in the pre-chorus and chorus, my fatal charm, out of control, don't hold me accountable, it's not my fault. Gestures, aura, and my charms all day, I'm out of my mind. Don't you cry about me, baby, don't blame it on me. And one thing that is really nice with this song is also its structure, because you have the pre-chorus, and then the chorus is actually them almost in a very lower tone saying the lyrics, and it's singing, rapping mixed together. And then you have the explosion with Jihyo and Nayeon mainly doing the whoa part, and it is so intense but also brings a little bit of freshness to have that afterwards. And so they really play a lot with it, and I mentioned the term roller coaster before, but this one definitely has it as well, and they play a lot with different textures. So I find it to be a little bit more creative in that way, as they are still very straightforward with the lyrics, but with the song you go through a lot of different stages. I enjoyed it. And then we move on to the fifth track that is my favorite song on this album, title track included and pre-release included as well. That is WallFlower. And I might have the least things to say about it. I just love it. I love its Latin influence to it. It has this very much so melancholic or sad side to it, even though it is a pop track with a Latin feel to it as well. So it is really like, it feels like it has this very sad meaning to it, but it is still a pop dance track. The contrast between it, it's so high, in my opinion, the way I feel it, but it is so freaking good. It feels almost like a Stromae song in the way of having the melody or the instrumental feel melancholic, but at the same time feeling like a very like pop dance track. And even the lyrics have this almost double meaning, because they can be very uplifting, as they say in the chorus, "Won't you dance with me, wallflower? This overwhelming feeling shakes you so dizzy. Still the hidden heart of yours. Dance with me, wallflower. Your second hand already responds quickly. Something about tonight feels meant to be. Dance with me." And the wallflower being this person that is a little bit to the side, a little bit of an outcast, that is very shy, and they are inviting them to join them, to dance with them, enjoy the night and have fun together. This song actually gave me the feeling of when after a long night of partying, you're just like having a after party in a way that is chill, because the vibe is very chill. There's a bit of melancholy because the party is ending, but at the same time you still want to dance a little bit in the in between. And I don't know, I can't really explain it. That's why I just wrote, it feels sad despite having a very upbeat melody and overall uplifting message. You can tell me in the comments down below if it gives you off the same feeling, the same vibe. I don't know. I just have like those two contradictory feelings while listening to it. But I love it. It's still my favorite song from this album. No questions asked, my favorite, and I have the least to say about it. Then we move on to the sixth track on this album, that is Crazy Stupid Love. This one was written by Dahyun as well, and you still have that sassy feeling to it, because it is very much so about how you are in this relationship, but he has gone on for too long. You want to stop it here. It's this crazy, stupid love that you just want to move on from. And still, it's very like what you can expect from a Dahyun written song. All things considered, after listening to the album multiple times, it is definitely my least favorite song. I still like it, but compared to the others, this one didn't have that big of an impact on me. I like the vibe of it. It's very much so like a typical, let's say, pop track. I like the message of it because it really plays on the message of love once again, but you are done with it. You just want to sort of move on from it. You have great vocals all throughout it, and I have to mention once again Jihyo and Nayeon for their great ad-libs all throughout it, and their vocals are really nice. I feel like with every single new comeback, all the members have sort of improved with every single new comeback vocally, which I think is definitely their downside in a way. Nayeon and Jihyo just like vocally they improve so much, and they were already super good to start with, and they're the main vocalist, so it's normal. But I don't know, I have to pinpoint that I like what they did here for this song and all throughout the album as well, and I enjoyed that. As they actually say in the song, a temperature that has cooled even more. Can you see it's over? Differences between you and me, nothing will change in the future. Like, this can't get any better. So overall, Crazy Stupid Love, don't take a shot every single time that I say that, is a nice song, nice pop track, like the message of it. The lyrics are interesting, how they play with that, being like over and done with the relationship. It's still very sassy and empowering, which is something that we see time and time again with Diane's songs that she has written or co-written in this case in particular. It's not my favorite song from the album, but it's still a great song nonetheless. Moving on to the last song on this album, it is Set Me Free English version. Like I said in the very beginning, this is the song that they have been promoting in North America, singing it all around in Moonlight Sunrise, as well as it was their pre-release all in English. And I like the English version, but I'm actually the type of person that whenever I listen to a song in a certain language first, that is the language that I like to listen to the song in. So here, every single time that I listen to it, because I'm so used to the Korean version now, every single time that I listen to the English version, when I listen to the entire album, I feel like the words that they already say in English in the Korean version are the normal ones, and the rest is like off. It's almost like when you listen to a K-pop song for the first time and you're like, oh, English. Oh, I don't know what they are saying now. Oh, English again. Here, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, those are the words that I know and the rest I don't know, and it feels weird. It feels off, but I still enjoy it. And I think TWICE is definitely one of those groups that can pull off the English version of their songs as well as the Korean version. It's something that they do really nicely and that they have improved with all the different releases that they have done so far in English, which I enjoy a whole lot. So overall, Ready to Be is an interesting new mini album from TWICE. It's already their 12th one. Oh my god, time flies. And I'm getting so old. Oh my god, I did really enjoy it. It's another statement of just how TWICE is able to do whatever they want now. They reached that point in their career that they will have fun releasing the songs that they release and just, yeah, enjoy that. And actually, that is something that I forgot to mention before, but when I watch their performances now, it really feels like all 9 members are having so much fun on stage performing together, and that I freaking love. It is something that you don't see a lot. It's really refreshing to see that after so many years together, they are still enjoying themselves on stage, and with this album as well, and that all 6 tracks or songs that they enjoyed enough to put them together in this album, even though it feels perhaps sometimes a little bit all over the place in terms of genres and influences and stuff like that. It really represents well TWICE and how nowadays they can sort of go into different influences and be at ease with it. So yeah, I cannot wait to see how they will evolve with future releases, even though they are still promoting this one. I will continue to be a big fan of theirs. There are some songs that I like a lot, some others that I like not so much. If I had to do a ranking, it would be WallFlower, Set Me Free, Moonlight Sunrise, Blame It On Me, Got the Thrills, Crazy Stupid Love. And Set Me Free English or Korean version, they are on the same level, let's say. So yeah, guys, those are overall all of my thoughts. I finally managed to film this video 3 days in a row that I tried to film it and I couldn't do it. Today, I did it. And I'm recording. Those are all my thoughts. What did you think about TWICE's 12th mini album, Ready to Be? Did you like it? Did you not? Have you changed your mind and you are no longer a fan of theirs? I really want to know every single thing in the comments down below. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share with friends or non-friends. Just send them my video. And I hope I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye!